Now, saprophytic plants. Plants which obtain the food from dead and decaying bodies of other organisms are called the saprophytic plants. If you look at the picture, we have seen mushrooms and all that growing on dead and decaying matter. So, those are mushrooms are the best examples of saprophytic plants. Now, various types of fungi like mushrooms and yeast are saprophytes. That is, fungi secrete digestive enzymes on the dead remains to digest or break down the carbon compounds they contain. So the resulting solution is absorbed to obtain the nutrients. So that is how these saprophytic plants, which are not able to produce their food, are able to take the nutrients from the dead and decaying matter of the plants on which they grow. Always remember, food gets spoiled due to some fungi. Okay, now some fungi causes diseases or illness, while some fungi have medicinal properties. So all fungi are not bad. Okay, though there are some fungi who will spoil the food, they will cause disease and illness, but there are fungi that are good. Okay, now yeast and some mushrooms are useful. Yeast is used in fermentation process, that is making bread. So it is used in fermentation and process and for making bread. And mushrooms are a rich source of iron and vitamins, so we prepare food items made of mushrooms. So therefore these are some of the fungi which are very useful for us. Now let's learn about the role of nutrition and the effects of their deficiency on plants. So deficiency means lack of it. If there is deficiency of these nutrients, what will happen? Now nitrogen. Okay, now important compounds of proteins, chlorophyll, and cytoplasm. This is the function of the nitrogen. Now, if there is deficiency, what will happen is that is retarded or stunted growth. That is, the growth will not happen so well. We have seen that plants do not grow so well. Some of the plants, okay, those plants who get good nutrients are able to grow very well. So, if there is deficiency of nitrogen, then there is retarded and stunted growth and yellowing of leaves. So the leaves will lack the good chlorophyll, so they will be yellowing of leaves. Now what is phosphorus? Now conversion of light energy into chemical energy. We know that plants take in sunlight. Okay, in the presence of sunlight, because of the sunlight, they are able to convert this light energy from to chemical energy. And what helps it? Phosphorus. Phosphorus helps it. So if there is deficiency of phosphorus, what happens to the plants? Early leaf fall, so the leaves will fall off. Late flowering will happen, flowers will not come at the right time, and there will be slow growth of roots. Now let's understand about potassium. So potassium necessary for the metabolic activities. So if there is deficiency of potassium, there will be weak stem, wilting of leaves, again that is drying of the leaves, then failure to produce carbohydrates. Then what about magnesium? It is used for the production of chlorophyll, and we know chlorophyll is very necessary for the plants to produce their own food. So if there is lack of magnesium, then there will be slow and retarded growth. Again, the growth will not happen very well. Okay, so it will be slow as well as retarded, so it will not grow to its full potential, and there will be again yellowing of leaves. What about iron deficiency? If there is, what does the iron do? Iron is again helpful in the production of chlorophyll, but if there is deficiency of iron, there will be yellowing of leaves. Manganese, it helps in the production of main plant hormones. Okay, so this is what it's manganese is helpful. Again, if there is deficiency of manganese, then there will be retarded growth and spotted leaves. Spotted means you will get all these white or yellow spots on the leaves. Zinc is another mineral, so production of hormones and their intermediates, so retarded growth and yellowing of leaves. So these were the some of the deficiencies and the functions of the various minerals that the leaves needs the leaves in the plants require. Now, observe the plants around you and diagnose the nutrient deficiency, if any. So, now you have learned so much about the nutrition of plants. So, try to observe the various plants, the various trees, look at the leaves, look at the various stems, and see and try to find out if they have any deficiency and what could be the deficiency that is causing the retarded growth or maybe spotted leaves or leaves are yellow. So think about it and do your own research